Hello students, myself is Parminder Singh from Prab Kirpa classes. In this course, we will discuss what is the meaning of tenses, what are the three broad categories of tenses. We will also discuss in detail all the four different types of future tense, that is future simple tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. We hope you will find this course very useful. Tenses. What is the meaning of tenses? Tenses play a very crucial role in the English language. It denotes the time an action takes place, whether sometimes in the past or in the present, or will take some time in the future. Tenses are just the way we talk about time. Tenses can be broadly classified into three broad categories. These are the three broad categories. First, past, second, present, and third is future tense. In each category of the tense, there are four different types, that is simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. Here you will see that present, past, or future, each category of tense has been subdivided into four categories. Then there are examples of each of the tense which you can see. If we talk about present simple, example is I work. In past simple, it becomes I worked. In future simple, it becomes I will work. If we talk about present continuous, I am working. In case of past continuous, it becomes I was working. And if we talk about future continuous, then it becomes I will be working. In case of present future, present perfect, it becomes I have worked. Past perfect, I had worked. In case of future perfect, I will have worked. In case of present perfect continuous, I have been working. Past perfect continuous, I had been working. In case of future perfect continuous, I will have been working, and so on. Now we come to the main topic, future tense. Future means talking about anything that happens after now. It is possible that the thing is to happen after 2 minutes from now, or after 20 years from now, or it may happen after some months or some weeks from now. Some signal words are used in the future tense, and that words are tomorrow, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, tomorrow morning, next week, next month, next Saturday, tonight, extra. Now we discuss future simple tense. Future simple tense is used to talk about an action that will occur in future. This tense is also used to express a wish or a plan or predict the events supposed to take place in future. It is used for promises, requests, refusals, and also for offers. Now we see some of the examples of uses of future simple tense. If we make promise to someone, then we can use future simple tense. Example, I will return your book tomorrow. Here we are promising a person about the return of book. We may also offer help to someone in future. Example is, I will help you finish the homework. If we go to a restaurant and we see the menu and we have to decide on the spot ki what will we have to eat or what will we like to eat, so we can use future simple tense for a decision which we have to take on the spot. For example, I will have a small onion pizza. We can also use this tense for some undecided action. For example, he will study medicine or law. Sometime there are certain actions about which we are not certain about the timing. For example, we will probably visit USA next week. Sometime there may be a formal situation. For example, there may be a annual function in your school, and you may write it as the ceremony will begin at 9 p.m. 9 a.m. There may be an event which is planned in advance. For example, I will meet you in the afternoon. We will reach home by 8 p.m. Sometime we use this tense to make prediction about the future. For example, the economy will get better next year. It will rain tomorrow. We can also use it for business purpose. For example, XYZ company will open a retail outlet. We can also use it for making request. Will you give me a hand? It means you are asking for help to another person. We can also use this tense for an informal way. For example, I will call you later. Signal words indicating future tense are tomorrow, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, tomorrow morning, next week, next month, next Saturday, tonight, etc. This is the formation of future simple tense. First comes the subject, and then comes will, and then comes the first form of the verb. I will work, you will work, they will sing, they will go. In this case, that is in this tense, helping verb used is mostly will. It sometimes it may be shall. So we normally see that will word is normally used in future simple tense, and future is used very rarely. Why it is so? Let us see. Normally, shall is not used in positive and negative sentences. We use the word shall to create a polite question. Normally, it is used with I and we. For example, shall I order dinner? Shall I bring a book? Shall we dance? Shall we begin the lesson? Will means something certain. For example, I will go there. I will certainly go there. I have the intention to go there. Shall represents not so certain. I shall go there. Then there are certain conditional sentences in which one part of the sentence has a condition. If that condition is fulfilled, then the other action will take place. In the if part of the sentence, that is the condition part of the sentence, we cannot use will. In the if part of the sentence, we have to use present simple tense. For example, if I visit USA, I will call you. The other part of the sentence is in present simple future tense, and the main part is in the simple present tense. This is in simple present tense, and this is in future simple tense. Another example is if it does not rain, we will go to the park. Then there are other words like when, as soon as, after, before, which are the examples that create a condition. For example, when I visit USA, I will call you. As soon as I visit USA, I will call you. These are examples of conditional sentences. This is the formation of the future simple tense, in which first comes the subject, which may be I, he, she, it. It is followed by will, then comes the first form of the verb, and then comes the object. For example, in case of positive sentence, I will eat pizza. Here I is subject, will is the helping verb. This is the first form of the verb eat, and pizza is the object. In case of negative future simple tense, only we add not. I will not eat pizza. This is the formation of the sentence. Subject is followed by will, then comes not, then verb first form, and then object. In case of interrogative sentence, this helping verb comes the first. Will I, subject comes second, and other things remain the same. Will I eat pizza? Please don't forget to add question mark sign at the end of the sentence. We have seen that in case of interrogative sentence, it begins with will word. Sometimes there may be WH questions. What is the meaning of WH questions? WH means the questions which start with where, when, why, what, who. There are certain examples of the same. Who will win the election? When will they arrive? Where will I stay? What will he cook? Why will you go early? There is another way to talk about something that will happen in future. Then there is the formula of the same. It is in this subject is followed by is, am, are plus going to plus first form of the verb. For example, if we say I will read that book, in the another form we can also say it like I am going to read that book. Here you will see in place of will we have used am plus going to. Another example is he is followed by is, and then we have added going to. He is going to buy this house. Keep in mind, we can use such type of sentence only on the informal side. That is when we are talking with somebody only verbally. Only then we can use is going to or am going to. So it is good idea to stuck to the will plus verb first form construction in formal writing. That is normally in case of formal writing, business communication, or for academic purpose, we will use only this type of formation what we have discussed here: positive, negative, and interrogative, subject followed by will, verb first form, and then object. Only in the case of informal talking, we can use is, am, are, going to plus first form of the verb. In the same way, we can also talk about negative sentence. For example, I am not going to read that book. Am I going to read that book? Okay, next. There are certain contractions which we can use in future simple tense when we are speaking to someone or writing informally. For example, in case of if we say I will work, we in case of contraction we will remove wi, and in that we will add only apostrophe. I will work. He will becomes he'll. She will become she'll. What you will see that wi has been removed, and in that place only apostrophe has been added, and he will has been made close together, and only wi has been removed, and simply we have added apostrophe. This is the contractions. These are the contractions you can see. In case of a negative sentence, for example, I will not work, in that case will not becomes won't. You can see he, she will not, he will not, we will not, you will not. All this becomes he won't, she won't, you won't. Please don't use these contractions in the case of formal writing or for academic purpose. You are to use these contractions whether the sentence is positive or negative. You are to use these contractions only for informal talking, when you are talking with someone. Then there may be instance that we have to write the contraction of shall not. It becomes shan't. SHAN apostrophe T. That is WL has been removed and here O has also been removed. All these words have been connected and here apostrophe has been added. Next. Future simple short answers. There may be instances when someone asks you a question in future simple, and what will be the short answer? Here we see, will you visit USA? Then answer in short form will be, yes, I will. Here you will see that while answering in short form, in future simple, we do not use any contraction. We say, yes, I will. You use the full words. If the question is, will you invite him to the party? Yes, I will. There is also no contraction. However, if somebody asks you in your official purpose for official talking, yeah, officially you have been asked, will you visit USA? Then you will say, no, I will not. But if one of your friends asks you informally or during verbal talking, will you visit USA? Then you can informally say, that is during verbal talking, you can answer, no, I won't. Here you will say that when we are talking, when we are writing in formal words, that is for business purpose or for academic purpose, we are not making any contraction of will not. But when we are talking verbally, that is we are talking informally with someone, with our friend, with our relative, we use this contraction. Will you invite him to party? This is an informal talk. That is someone asking you about the person invited to the party and you are saying, no, I won't. Then we discuss about some common mistakes we make in the future simple tense. First example is, they meet you in the office. As we have told you that first comes the subject, then comes will, then comes first form of the verb, and then comes the object. Here you will see that will word is missing. They will meet you in the office. Here next, he'll come today. Actually it means he will come today. So here we have to add, as it is, actually it is he will come today. So we will write he will come today. That is, we have to add apostrophe. Next, if I will visit USA, I will call you. As already told, that in the if part of the sentence, we have to use present simple tense. And the rest of the sentence, we use future simple tense. So we read it, conditional sentence in the if part of the sentence, we cannot use will. We have to use present simple tense. So correct sentence is, If I visit USA, I will call you. For further knowledge, when, as soon as, after, before, any kind of word that creates a condition. That is, these are the other examples where condition may be created by these words: when, as soon as, after, or before, as already discussed. Here, next example is I will eats a pizza. Here you will see we have to use the first form of the verb in future simple tense. So, first form of the verb is eat. So we use this: I will eat a pizza. Now we do the practice of this tense. Positive I. Here what is we will add? We will add I will, because after the subject we have to add will. Don't worry, you will win the election. Next, he will bought this house. As you know, first form of buy is buy. Then comes bought. So here we will use he will buy this house. If it will not rain, we will go to the park. As already told, it in the case of if part of the sentence, we have to use present simple tense. Here we will use if it does not rain, we will go to the park. Next, you are going to studying at home. As already told, in case of future, we can also discuss by using, we can also talk by is MR plus going to plus first form of the verb. ठीक है? Okay. You are, here you can see subject is you. Is MR, here you have used are. Going to, okay, you are going to. Then comes the first form of the verb. So we will remove ing. You are going to study at home. This type of sentence is only used in informal way. That is when we are talking with someone informally, and not for formal writing or for business purpose or for academic purpose. We are not to use this type of sentence. You will be going to learn English. Here you will use you are going to learn English. Now we come to negative sentence. They will wait for me. They will not wait for me. Or you can also write it as they won't wait for me. Both these types are correct. He is going to win the match. He is not going to win the match. Next is practice 2. Here we have to make the sentence interrogative. So what is, how we can make it interrogative? Helping verbs comes first, then comes subject, then comes verb, then comes object. So will word will come here. Will he study online? Please don't forget to add question mark sign at the end of the sentence in case of an interrogative question, interrogative sentence. They will return soon. Will they return soon? Here, she cook food. will she cook food? We can also write in another way. In case of WH question, we can also write it as when will she cook food? Both these types are correct. Will she cook food or when will she cook food? You are going to play the game. It will start with are. Are you going to play the game? Please don't forget to add question mark sign at the end of interrogative sentence. Now, this is the summary what we have learned. In case of positive sentence, first comes the subject, then will, first form of the verb, and then comes the object. In case of negative sentence, we have to add not in between. I will not eat pizza. We can also use contraction. I won't eat pizza. In case of interrogative sentence, the sentence has to begin with will I eat pizza, and this is followed by interrogation mark. Future continuous tense. This tense is also known as future progressive tense. We will learn how to form future continuous tense and when to use this tense. We understand this tense with the help of an example. If we use future simple, we will say, I will come at 9 a.m. I will return at 1 p.m. That is, this is one action and this is the another action. If we use sentence, I will be studying from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow. This is the action of studying which will be in continuous. That is, the action will be continuous. Studying will be continuous in future from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. From, you will say this photograph. Here you will see that this is the present form. We are talking about at this time. This is the past. What has happened in the past? If we talk about the future, this is future. This is future. We are talking about that tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. That is, during this duration, you will be studying. I will be studying. That this action will be continuous in future from one time to another time. So here we use future continuous tense. Now we will see when to use this tense. It is used to express an action that will be continuous or in progress in future. We understand the usage of this sentence from some examples. There may be instance when the action may be continuous for a period in future. For example, I will be attending a conference from April 11 to April 13. That is, this action will be in continuous form for a period in future. Sometime we may use this tense to express an unfinished or an continuing action at a certain time in future. For example, at 2:30 p.m. I will be taking my English exam. That is, someone may ask you, what will be you will be free tomorrow? You may say no. At 2:30 p.m. I will be taking my English exam. There may be instances when we have to talk about parallel actions in the future. For example, I will be working hard next week while you will be relaxing on the beach. At next example, at 8 p.m. tomorrow, he will be watching TV and I will be cooking dinner. Next, we can use future continuous tense to ask polite questions. Will you be checking in early? This is type of tense is normally used when we are working in some hospitality industry to inquire from some customer. You may ask, you may also use this tense for some interrupted action in future. I will be watching TV when she arrives tonight. Another example, when you come tomorrow, they will be playing cricket. This is the interrupted action. When you come, the action which is already going on is playing. We can also use future continuous to make predictions about the present. Suppose you are living somewhere else and your mother is at some other station. You may predict that my mother will be cooking dinner now. Another example is, do not call them now. You may predict that they will be having dinner. We can also use this future continuous tense to refer to actions that are happening now and expected to continue sometime in future. Your mother may be praying and it may take some more time. He may be busy in praying. So you may say, my mother will be praying for next 1 hour. Next example is, he will be playing cricket for next 2 hours. Now we come to time markers used in future continuous tense. What are those? These are while, when, this time tomorrow, this time next week, next month, next week, next year, etc. Now we come to the formation of future continuous tense. First comes the subject, then will, plus be, plus verb first form, plus ing, plus object. For example, I will be going there. So you will see that subject may be I, he, she, it, you, we, they. In all cases, we use will be plus first form of the verb plus ing. I will be cooking food. I will be working there. My friends will be cooking food. In all cases, we are using will be, then first form of the verb plus ing, and then comes the object. Now we talk about the positive, negative, and interrogative form of future continuous tense. In case of positive sentence, first comes the subject, then will plus be plus verb first form plus ing plus object. I will be eating pizza. In case of negative sentence, I will not be eating pizza. Here what we have added is only not. We have added only not here. I will not be eating pizza. You will not be eating pizza. This is the formation. Subject plus will plus not plus be plus verb plus ing plus object. In case of interrogative sentence, we have simply taken the will word to the front. Will I be eating pizza? Will he be eating pizza? Will they be eating pizza? Please don't forget to mark interrogation mark at the end of the sentence. First comes will, then subject, be verb plus ing plus object. There may be instances when the question starts with WH questions. What are those? These questions are which start with what, why, when, where. What will I be eating? Or what will he be doing? Why will she be working? When will she be cooking? Where will he be living? In all these cases, we have added WH question before will. Next, we can also use certain contractions in future continuous. For example, I will be becomes I'll be. He will be becomes he'll be. In this case, we have removed I plus W. That is, we have removed these two words. W and I has been omitted and we have added apostrophe. Simply, apostrophe has been added and the subject and will has been made joint. He, you can see here, he'll be, she'll be, it'll be, will be. That is, will lafaz has been amended, WI removed, apostrophe added. In the case of negative sentence, will not becomes won't. Either we use it with he, she, it, we, you, they. In all cases, will not becomes won't. I won't be studying. I will not be studying becomes I won't be studying. He will not be studying becomes he won't be studying, and so on. Please note, these contractions are normally used in the verbal communication. That is, when we are speaking to someone else verbally. These contractions are generally not used in formal business communication or in academic writings. That is, we are not to use these contractions when we are studying or for study purpose. We are not to use these contractions. Only we are to use these contractions when we are talking with someone verbally in an informal way. Here you will see that we have added ing to the first form of the verb in future continuous tense. So now we see how we add ing. When you write verbs in present continuous tense, past continuous tense, or future continuous tense, you use the ending ing. That is, we add ing to the first form of the verb. Here are certain rules to help you add ing. Let us see what are those rules. First, there are certain verbs which end in a silent e. That is, e is not pronounced. In that case, we drop e and add ing. In case of use, e is not pronounced. Smile, e is not pronounced. Here we remove e and add ing. Use becomes using, smile becomes smiling. Then there are certain verbs which end in CVC pattern. What is CVC pattern? C stands for consonant, V stands for vowel. Vowel. What is vowel? What are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. In that case, those verbs which follow the CVC pattern, we have to double the last letter and add ing. Let us see examples. Here we have to start from the last C, V, C. S is consonant. All the alphabets except vowels are known as consonants. T is consonant, I is vowel, A, E, I, O, U. So here we will add double the last letter. Sit becomes sitting. Here you will also see that N is consonant, A, E, I, O, U. U is also a vowel. C is again a consonant. So run becomes running. We have to double the last alphabet. N has been doubled and ing has been added. In the same way, clap becomes clapping. However, sometimes there may be some exceptions to this rule. For example, open becomes opening. Here we have not doubled N. Visit becomes visiting. We have not doubled T. And in case of happen, we have happening, but here N has not been doubled. Normally, the last word is doubled in case of the verb following CVC pattern. Then there come certain verbs which end with IE alphabet. In that case, we have to drop IE and add Y plus ING. In this case of lie, we remove IE. In the case of tie, we remove IE. Then we add Y plus ING. Lie becomes line, tie becomes time. However, in the case of most verbs, we simply add ing. Eat becomes eating, no change. Only ing has been added. Send becomes sending, walk becomes walking. There are a lot of verbs which you can search on the Google or that may be there in your books. You have to remember those verbs so that you can use the same in how you can use the same in continuous form. That is how they will be used in continuous form. How we can add ing and what will be the formation of the verb after adding ing. Whether e will be removed or ie will be removed. You can only learn the same from online search or through books. When you continue reading the same, you will remember the same. Now, we will see when we are not to use the future continuous tense. Answer is we are not to use this tense in case of stative verbs. What is stative verb? Let us see. Verbs are of two types, action verbs and stative verbs. Action verbs are also known as dynamic verbs. Action verbs express a physical action. These are verbs, that is, action verbs are, example are run, jump, swim, cook. Run becomes running, jump becomes jumping, swimming, cooking. We can use them in simple or continuous form. However, there are other verbs which are known as stative verbs. These verbs examples are such as like, feel, understand, love, want. These verbs describe a state or condition rather than an action. That is, no action is involved. These represent only a state or a condition. They often relate to thoughts, opinions, emotions, or mental state. These verbs are not used in future continuous form. That is, stative verbs are not to be used in continuous form. These are to be used commonly in simple future tense. For example, you cannot say, I am liking this book, I am feeling, I am understanding this tense, I am loving. You can say only in simple future tense. You can use stative verbs only in simple future tense. For example, in case of like, you can say, I will like you to move to my team. In case of love, you can say, no, can say loving. You can say, he will love the one and hate the another. That is, you are only using the first form of the verb and not to add ing in case of stative verbs. That is, stative verbs are not to be used in the continuous form, whether in past continuous, present continuous, or future continuous. Then there may be instances that we are to give short answers in future continuous. The question may be, will he be visiting USA? Answer will be, yes, he will. There is no contraction. In case of negative, you can say, no, he won't. Will you be eating dinner? Yes, I will. There is again no contraction. In case of negative, you can say, no, I won't. Will she be attending the class? Yes, they will. No contraction in between they and will. They have been written fully. However, in case of negative, in the place of no, they will not, you will use no, they won't. Now we discuss certain mistakes we commonly make in future continuous tense spelling. She will be writing a letter. As you know that we use the first form of the verb and plus add ing. In case of write, when we add ing, as already told, there are certain verbs where e is silent, we have to remove e. So write plus ing becomes writing, e is removed. So here e will be removed. She will be writing a letter. Next, we will be swimming in the river. Here, fault is here. Swim plus ing becomes swimming. Because here it follows the CVC pattern. We have to double the last alphabet and plus add ing. She will be lying. As already told, there are certain verbs where we have to remove ing and then add y plus ing. So lie becomes lying. She will be lying. Then if someone asks you a question and you reply, yes, I will, then you have not to use contraction. You have to answer in this way. Yes, I will. You will not use this contraction. Then question may be, what she will be cooking. You will see here that in case of WH questions, WH question is followed by will. What will she be cooking? There may be questions like that, will she be cooking? But in case of WH questions are followed by will, then comes the subject. What will she be cooking? Next, there may be some fault in tense. I cannot call at 6 p.m. as I will be traveling. We have to add ing to the first form of the verb. Travel becomes traveling. I will be traveling then. Then comes stative verbs. As already told, you cannot use the stative verb in continuous form. That is, we cannot make it understanding, liking. We have to use it in the present form. Understand? Like, you will understand, present continuous tense. We will like this movie. Next, practice positive. I will be going. I will be going. We will be waiting. They will be playing later. Here what we have done, we have added will plus be plus verb first form, then ing. They will be plus verb first form. Now we do negative formation. He will be attending the meeting. So here we have written formal. If we answering in formal, we will not use won't. We will use it, we will write it as, that is, someone has asked you whether he will be attending the meeting. The answer is he will be attending the meeting. He will not be attending the meeting. So in case of formal, you are not to use any contraction. You will not say he won't be attending the meeting. You will write in formal way, he will not be attending the meeting. However, if we are talking in an informal way, that is, we are talking verbally, then you can say he won't be studying. That is, will not becomes will not be becomes won't be. Hina will not be becomes Hina won't be, as we have made it negative. Now we are to form the interrogative form of the sentence. She will be playing cricket. So it will become, will she be playing cricket? Please don't forget to add question mark sign at the end of the sentence. Next form, this has been written only for your understanding purpose. Now he will be studying from 7 to 9 p.m. Here hint has been given that the interrogative sentence has to begin with when. So what will we do? When will be followed? WH question will be followed by will. When will he be studying? Please don't forget to add question mark sign at the end of the interrogative sentence. Next comes practice 2. My son will be playing in the garden. What we have done? We have added will plus be plus first form of the verb plus ing. He do his homework. He will be. Do becomes doing. He will be doing his homework. I cook food. It will become I will be cooking food. You dash learning English. You will be learning English. Here, there are certain verbs. We are to add ing. Agree becomes agreeing. Only ing has been added. Flee becomes fleeing. Die becomes ie has been to be removed and y added. Dying. It becomes dying. Visit becomes visiting. We have not doubled the last alphabet. Admit becomes admitting. Here T is doubled. Admitting. Prefer becomes preferring. R has been doubled. Begin becomes beginning. Only through practice you can come to know what shape the verb will take after adding ing. For that purpose, you have to search Google or your books. What shape will the verb take after adding ing? You will have to remember the same. Now comes the summary of this future continuous tense. If it is positive sentence, we will write it as he will be visiting USA. In case of negative sentence, will not be becomes he won't be visiting USA. In case of interrogative sentence, the sentence will begin with will. It will be followed by subject plus be Then will come first form of the verb plus ing plus comes object. Will he be visiting USA? And at the last of the sentence we have added interrogation mark. Future perfect continuous tense. This is one of the advanced tenses in English language. This tense is also known as future perfect progressive tense. Future perfect continuous tense is a tense which is used to talk about the action which will be in progress for a certain period of time at a specific time in future. Future perfect continuous tense is also used to describe or indicate actions that began in the past and will continue to occur up to a certain point in time in future. Future perfect continuous tense lays emphasis on duration of time. If we go through the definitions, it may seem that this tense is difficult, but you will see that this tense becomes easy when you go through the certain examples which we are giving. So this tense is used to talk about an action which will be in progress at a certain time in future. Here is the example. Next April, I will have been studying in this school for 3 years. By 1 p.m., we will have been traveling for 6 hours. This tense is also used to talk about a continuing action before another action takes place in future. For example, by the time they arrive, my mother will have been cooking all the day. This is the action which will be going on in future before another action takes place. This is the action which will take place in future, and this is the action which will have been taking place already in future. Difference between future perfect and future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect describes an action that will end in future. For example, he will have worked for 8 hours by 6 p.m. This is the future perfect tense. This sentence suggests that he may quit working beyond 6 p.m. On the other side, future perfect continuous tense is used to talk about a continuous action in future but not necessarily finished. He will have been working for 8 hours by 6 p.m. Here, the stress is on the duration of working, that is 8 hours, and its continuity in future. Suppose if a person starts teaching in 2018 and we are here at November 2021. If we say that I will have start for 5 years by November 2023, this is future perfect tense. That is, I may leave teaching after November 23 or join some other stream. But if you say that by November 2023, I will have been teaching for 5 years, here the stress is on 5 years of teaching, and I may also continue with this profession in future. Here the stress is on continuity of action, that is continuous teaching for 5 years, and it is also possible that teaching may continue in future. Here are examples of some common expressions which are used in this tense. For example, है by this Monday, by next week, by next month, by next summer, next winter, by 2025, for certain period of time, by then, extra. Now, important point to remember is that We are not to use stative verbs in future perfect continuous tense. In English, we have two type of verbs. First is dynamic or action verbs and another are stative verbs. In this tense, we use only action or dynamic verbs. Dynamic verbs are action verbs and its examples are work, eat, cook, learn, study, etc. Most verbs are dynamic. On the other hand, stative verbs are those verbs which describe a state rather than an action. For example, think, love, understanding, believe, hate, now, need. Here, no action is involved in these verbs. These verbs cannot be used in continuous form. So, let us see certain examples so that we may not commit any error while writing sentence in future perfect continuous tense. If we write, I will have been knowing him for 2 years, you will see that now is a stative verb. And we have already read that we are not to use the stative verbs in continuous form. If you have seen earlier videos on past or present, you will have observed that stative verb is not used in continuous form. So the exact writing will be I will have known him for 2 years. Here we will use the perfect tense, future perfect tense. Another example, she will have been understanding this lesson. Here understand is also a stative verb. You cannot use it in continuous form. So we can only write this form sentence in this form. She will have understood this lesson. That is, use future perfect tense. Another example, he will have been liking. You cannot use like in the continuous form. So this sentence is again wrong. We can only use future perfect tense for this type of sentence. He will have liked this movie. Next, I, you, we, they, he, she, it. All these are subjects. Subjects are followed by will have been in case of future perfect continuous tense. Next, we see the formation of this sentence. Subject is followed by will have been. Then we use the first form of the verb. Then we add ing and then comes the rest of the sentence. Now we will see the positive, negative and question form of future perfect continuous tense. So as already told in positive, subject I, we, you, they, he, she, it is followed by will have been. Then comes first form of the verb. Then we add ing. I will have been working. You will have been working. He will have been working. If we talk about the negative formation, subject is followed by will plus not plus have been. That is, subject is followed by will not have been plus first form of the verb plus ing. You will see that simply in the case of negative, we have added not here. So this is the subject I, we, you, they are followed by will not have been and then comes verb first form plus ing. If we talk about the question form of the future perfect continuous tense, only we are to switch the order of the first two words of the positive sentence. This is the positive sentence. We have only shifted the first two words with them with one another. Will takes the first place and subject comes to the second place. Here you can see will have taken the first place. It is followed by subject and the rest of the sentence remains the same. We can also add the question words like what, where, how. That is, WH question forms may also be there. Here are certain examples of WH questions. What will you have been cooking? You will see that what have been written here and will take place second. Then comes where will you have been studying? How will you have been working there by next April? Changes to be made in the verbs. When we are to use the verb in future perfect continuous tense, we have to make certain changes. Let us see. In case of the most verbs, we are to simply add ing. For example, sing becomes singing, talk becomes talking. We have simply added ing. There are certain verbs which end with e. We have to drop e and add ing. That is, we will remove e. Smile, e removed. Live, e removed. Change, e removed. And we have added ing. Making, smiling, living, and changing. Then there are certain verbs that end in ie. For example, lie, die. Here we remove ie. By y, we add y plus ing. Y takes place of ie, and we add ing. Lie becomes lying, die becomes dying. Then there are certain verbs which follow the CVC pattern. What is the CVC pattern? C means consonant, V means vowel, C means consonant. In the English alphabet, A, E, I, O, U are the vowels, and all the other alphabets of English are known as consonants. In case of those verbs which follow the CVC pattern, we have to double the last letter and add ing. Let us see how it happens. We have to start from the last. This is consonant, A is vowel, L is again a consonant. So we will double the last and add ing. You can see in case of sit, T is also a consonant, I is vowel, S is a consonant. We have to make it add T plus ing. Sit becomes sitting. In the same way, knit is also follows the CVC pattern. Knit becomes knitting. You are to go through your books to find out what shape the verb takes place. You have to remember, because there are hundreds of verbs which have to be changed in ing form, so that we can use the same in perfect continuous tense. We have to remember the same after going through Google or through our books. Only then we can make use of the continuous form of the verb. You have to remember the same. Only practice can makes you perfect. Then there are certain contractions which are used in future perfect continuous tense. I will becomes I'll, you will becomes you will, we will becomes will, they will becomes they'll. He will becomes he'll, she will becomes. You will see that wi has been removed and apostrophe has been added, and both these two words have been made together. If we talk about the contraction on the negative side, I will not becomes I won't. Will not has been changed to won't. You won't, we won't, they won't, he won't, she won't, it won't. See example, by 9 a.m. I will have been flying for 2 hours. Here you will see that I will becomes I'll. By 9, I'll have been flying for 2 hours. If we talk about negative sentence, by 9 a.m. I will not have been flying for 2 hours. It becomes I by 9 a.m. I won't. Will not becomes won't. This is the contraction used. Not that these contractions are normally used in informal communication. That is, when we are writing a letter to our friend or to our relative, or we can use these contractions when we are making verbal conversation. That is, we are speaking with someone on telephone, mobile, etc. These contractions are generally not used in formal business communication or in academic writings. Then there are certain common mistakes which we oftenly make while making use of perfect continuous tense. Let us see. By next year, I will have been understanding English for 1 year. Here you will see that understand is a stative verb. As already told, stative verb is not to be used in continuous form, whether it is present tense or past tense or future tense. So here we will are talking about future. So here we will use future perfect tense. By next year, I will have understood English for 1 year. Next, I will have been studying here for 3 years. Here no time is given, whether we are when 3 years will be complete. There certain be some deadline in future, that is by 2023, by 2025, by next week, by next month. So some deadline has to be there, which is not there when the completion of 3 years will be there. So here we have given deadline. By next month, I will have been studying here for 3 years. This is the correct sentence. So never forget to add deadline or certain time in case of future perfect continuous tense. Next comes, we will have been traveling for 20 years. Here continuity of action is given, but when these 12 hours are going to complete, so here no time in future is given when the 12 hours will complete, or there is no reference of any other action when the 12 hours are going to complete in future. So we have given here reference of another action. By the time we meet him, we will have been traveling for 12 hours, or you can also write it as by 1 p.m. we will have been traveling for 12 hours. So here we have to given the reference of some deadline in the future or reference of some another action in future. Only then the correct formation of the future perfect continuous tense takes place. Next example, by November, I will have been living here for 3 years. So here you will see that when we add live plus ing, e is removed. As you have seen, in certain verbs we have to remove e. When we add ing, live plus ing becomes living. So you have to remove e. By November, I will have been living here for 3 years. Next, by next month, I won't have been studying here for 1 year. You may read it continuously and you may not see the error. This is the error. Won't. Here apostrophe is not given. So we have to simply add apostrophe in between n and t, and then the question sentence will become okay. Now we do some practice. By the time we reach India, we will have been flying. As you see that in this sentence we have to follow subject will have been plus verb first form plus ing plus rest of the sentence. By next month, we will have been working in the same office for 5 years. By 10 p.m. we drive. We will have been driving. We will have been driving for 8 hours. By November, he'll have been studying for 6 years. Here you can see that contraction of he will has been used. So it is to be written as he will. WI has been removed. Apostrophe is not there. He will have been studying there for 6 years. Next, rest of the sentence is okay. Only contraction has been written wrongly. By next April, I won't have been studying for a year. Here again, in contraction, apostrophe is not there. Next, when he retires, how long will he have been working in this school? You can see that in case of interrogative mark sentences, we have to only add question mark sign at the end of the sentence. Next, by 10 p.m. I will have been. You will see study. This is the first form of the verb. We have to add ing. Study becomes studying. I will have been studying for 3 hours. Next, when they arrive here, my mother. This is the interrupted action. That is the action. When another action is that this action will happen when another action is already going on. Will be already going on in future. This is the action which will be going on. That is my mother will have been cooking. Cook becomes cooking. When they arrive here, my mother will have been cooking lunch for 3 hours. Now we are to find the correct sentence in between these two sentences. Next month, they will have been knowing each other for 6 years. As you know, now is a stative verb. It cannot be used in continuous form, either in present or in future or in past. Here we have to use the perfect tense of the future or past or present as the case may be. So next month they will have known each other for 6 years. Summary. By April, I will have been playing cricket for a year. This is the positive sentence. In case of negative, will not becomes I won't have been playing cricket for a year. This is the interrogative. Here only will have been taken to the first place. Will I have been playing a cricket for a year by April. Future perfect tense. This tense is used to refer to an action that will be completed before a specific time in future. That is, deadline is given there. This tense is also used to refer to an action that will happen before another action in future. Use of words. In this tense, to introduce the future time, we make use of words like before, by the time, by 9 p.m., by Monday, by next summer, by next April, by next month, etc. We can understand the same with the help of certain examples. By 9 a.m. p.m., Ella will have eaten dinner. This is the future, this is the present, where we are talking now. This is the past. Now, when we say that by 9 p.m., we are talking about future. Suppose this is the 9 p.m. in future. Ella will have eaten dinner. That is, the action will have been completed by 9 p.m. What is the action? Action of eating. Next, by next April. Suppose this is the future and this is the April in future. By next April, they will have moved to USA. That is, the action of moving to USA would have been completed by next April. Next, she will have finished her homework by tomorrow. Now we are talking today. If we are talking that by tomorrow she will complete her homework. So she will have finished her homework. Next, before another action. Before you arrive, Alice will have gone to bed. That is, Alice, this is the future. You may arrive at this time in future. Before your arrival in future, Alice will have gone to bed. That is, she may have gone to bed at suppose in future at this time. So the action before you arrive is, this is the arrival time, this is in future, and this is the first action which will have taken place before that time. That is, Alice will have gone to bed earlier before arrival. Next, before you arrive, she will have seen that movie. That is, before we arrive, we may arrive at this time, she may have seen movie at this time. How to form this sentence? First comes the subject, then comes will have, then comes past participle. Past participle means third form of the verb plus object. Now, this is the subject: I, you, we, they, he, she, it. Then comes will have. Then comes third form of the verb: cook, cooked, cooked. Dinner. I will have cooked dinner. You will have cooked dinner. Or she will have eaten apple. He will have eaten apple. In this tense, helping verb used is will have or shall have. Mostly we make use of will have. If we talk about the positive sentence, then it takes the shape of I will have worked, she will have helped. First comes the subject, then comes will have, and then comes the third form of the verb. If we talk about negative sentence in future perfect tense, only not is added in the positive sentence between will and have. Then it becomes I will not have worked, or will not may also be written as won't. She won't have help. This is the formation of negative sentence. Subject is followed by will not plus have plus third form of the verb. Interrogative sentence. Will I have worked? In this case, we have to shift will to the first position, and then comes the subject. Then have plus third form of the verb, and we have to mark question mark sign at the end of the interrogative sentence. Then another example: will she have help? This is the formation of interrogative sentence. Will is followed by subject, then have, then third form of the verb. Then there may be certain questions which are called WH questions. That is, the question may arise with the word like where, what, when, etc. Examples of these questions are: where will you have reached by noon? What will they have done by 6 p.m.? When will they have eaten dinner? Verbs used in future perfect sentence may be regular or irregular. Now, first we see what are the regular verbs. Regular verbs are those whose simple past and past participles are formed by adding d, ed to the end of the verb. Sometimes we may have to add ied to the regular verb to make simple past and past participle. This was the definition of regular verb. Now we see what we do with the verbs while using in future perfect tense. This is the basic form of the verb. That is, this is first form of the verb. This is the second form. This is the third form of the verb. We have to use this past participle, these form of the verb, third form of the verb. Here you will see that admire becomes admired. Only D has been added. In case of agree, only D has been added. In case of earn plus listen, ED has been added. As you can see, the D or ED is added. You have also seen sometimes IED is added. Cry becomes cried. Here Y has been removed and IED has been added. Now we talk about irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are those verbs that do not take on regular D, ED or IED spelling pattern to make past simple or past participle. That is, we cannot make the past participle of the irregular verbs by adding D, ED or IED. These follow their own pattern. Every irregular verb has its own form when converting into past participle. You can see arise becomes arise, arose, risen. Be becomes been. This is the third form of the verb. Teach becomes taught, taught. Eat becomes ate, eaten. Have becomes had, had. Bet becomes bet, bet. We are to use third form of the verb in future perfect tense. Contractions. There are certain contractions which we can use in future perfect tense. These are as follows, as shown in the picture. I will becomes I'll, you will becomes you'll, we will becomes will, they will becomes they'll, he will becomes he'll, she will becomes she'll, it will becomes it'll. That is, we have removed wi and we have added apostrophe, and both these two words I and will have been joined together. If we talk about the contraction, I will not becomes I won't, you won't, we won't, they won't, he won't, she won't, and it won't. Now we see the examples of these contractions. I will have left by 6 p.m. Then the contraction takes place between these two words. I will becomes I'll. So if we talk about the negative sentence, he will not have eaten apple, it becomes he will not becomes won't. Other sentence remains the same, only will not is changed to won't. There is a note. These contractions are normally used in informal communication. That is, when we are writing to our friend or relative. Or this contraction can be used in verbal conversation. That is, we are talking with someone or speaking to some our friend or relative. These contractions are generally not used in formal business communication or in academic writings. Common mistakes. There are certain common mistakes which we commonly make in the future perfect tense. Let us see what are those. First comes the mistake of verb. By Monday, he will have finished his homework. As already told that in the case of future perfect tense, we make use of the third form of the verb, that is past participle is used. So here you can see finish becomes finished, finished. So we are to write by Monday he will have finished his homework. Next, in the next few years they will have teach thousands of students. So here also teach becomes taught, taught. So you third form of the verb is teach is taught. In the next few years they will have taught thousands of students. Next, by 3 p.m. he will give his presentation. As you know, give becomes given. This is the first form, this is second form, this is the third form of the verb. So here we will use he will have given his presentation. Next, by tomorrow, I will have shipped the consignment. So here, shipped is oh, now P is less written here. It is double. P has to be doubled. I will have shipped. Spelling of ship is wrong. Verb is ship, shipped, shipped. So this is the third form. So we have to use double P, shipped. Spelling. By next April, we will have planned the meeting. Planned is wrongly written here. Exact word is double N. We will have planned the meeting. No. Next question. You will have left by that time. Here question mark is there at the end. So this is an interrogative sentence. So we have to shift the will to the front. Will you have left by that time? Now we make the practice. He dash buy a new car by next month. He will have bought. Buy, bought, bought. Third form of buy is bought. He will have bought a new car by next month. They dash go to London by next week. They will have gone. You will write they will have gone to London by next week. I dash see this movie by noon. I will have seen this movie by noon. By next March, I will dash be married for 20 years. By next March, I will have. Be is also a verb, so it will be written as been. By next March, I will have been married for 20 years. By 9 p.m., the train will have arrived. Next, I will have start my new business by this time next month. I will have started. So it becomes started. I will have started. Third form of the verb. Now, are the negative sentences. She dash not come by night. You can write it as she will not have come by night. You can also write it as she won't have come by night. That is, you can also use the contraction of will not. Both these sentences are okay. You can write it either way, she will not or she won't have. Next, he will not have be to USA by next month. He will not have been to USA by next month. You can also use the contraction of will not, or you can write it as it is will not. He will not have been to USA. We will not read that book by tomorrow. So it is okay. You can simply write it as it is. We will not have. Have is not here. We will not have read that book by tomorrow. Next. These are the interrogative sentences. So here hint is given that the question is to start with will. So will come to the front will she have done her homework by tomorrow? And at the end of the sentence you have to mark question mark sign. In the same way, now question is, see the sentence, he will have taken his breakfast by 9 a.m. So here question is to start with the word when. When will he have taken his breakfast? We are not to mention time because question has been asked when. So we are not to write by 9 a.m. So we are to omit that because the answer of when will he have taken his breakfast, answer is by 9 a.m. So we are not to mention the time again. Next, I will have reached Chandigarh by noon. Question is to start with where. So where will I have reached by noon? You are not to mention Chandigarh because where is has the question has been asked, where will you have reached by noon? So we are not to mention the place, we are to simply write the question by noon. This is the summary of what we have learned. This is the positive sentence, he will have left, subject is followed by will have plus third form of the verb. This is the negative formation of the sentence, he will not have, subject has been followed by will not have plus third form of verb. Will he have left, this is question has been started with will, then comes the subject, then comes the have, and then comes the third form of the verb. Please don't forget to mark question mark sign at the end of the sentence. If you like our video, please like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you.